demo class for the Introduction to the Stock Market course. My name is Sancheti, and I will be your instructor for this course. Hopefully, my goal for this course, for this class, is not just to promote my course or something like that. I'm going to help you guys understand a couple of concepts, teach something, and then we'll have a Q&A session at the end of this. And hopefully, you guys like it. So let's go to the first. Let's just look at what will be in the course, and then we'll look at the timeline and some things like that. So this is a 4-week long interactive course. Every single lecture will be given by me live to you guys. There are about 8 hours of classes and 2 hours of assignments. So about 10 hours of dedication in total. We'll be having a private WhatsApp group with all the enrolled students and me, so you can ask doubts there anytime, have discussions, debates. Of course, we have a very cool project at the end and doubt solving sessions after every class. And then, of course, there is paper trading. So I understand that, for those who are just starting off, who are just beginning to go into this world of finance and stock market, it's difficult to just, start trading with real money. So I'll be telling you guys a really cool website where you guys get up to 10 lakhs of fake money, and you guys can invest that into stocks and check real time. What is your portfolio? How is it performing? Stuff like that. And of course, you guys get a certificate of completion at the end. So how we'll split these 4 weeks. Today is the introduction class, demo class. Week 1, we'll be teaching the basics of stock market, understanding how it works. So if this is your first time going into this, no issues. I'll be starting from the complete scratch. If you are more advanced or intermediate, then don't worry. It's always great to refresh your memory and get a better understanding of the basics. We will also be having more advanced topics in the coming weeks. Week 2 will be fundamental analysis, how to analyze and pick stocks for long term. Week 3 will be about technical analysis, how you can understand graphs, indicators, and of course intraday trading, which is very difficult, but I'll teach you how you can start about that. And of course, the 4th week will be some advanced topics like futures, options. It will be more about options, less futures, because options is something that I trade a lot, and I have a lot of knowledge and experience with that. So, what are calls, what are puts, how to read an option chain, all of these important things we'll look over in the 4th week. And the project will be between week 3 and week 4. And you can take 7 to 10 days to do the project. So you'll have ample of time to do research and all that stuff. So now enough of the about the course. Let's go straight into the different types of investing, right? How many different types of investing are there? So there are tons of types of investing, but the 3 main types of investing are long-term, short-term, which is day trading, and swing trading. These are the 3 broad big types of investing. Apart from that, there's high frequency trading, there's quantitative analysis, there's a bunch of other things. We will not be touching upon that in today's class or the course. Mainly we'll be focusing on these 3 things. Now, how do we do long-term versus day trading? What are the pros? What are the cons? What are they? So long-term investing is when you buy a stock today for the long term, right? You want to keep the stock for 6 months, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years. You want to buy it and you want to forget about it, right? And that's a good strategy. I haven't only been trading for 3-4 years, so I can tell you that some of my long-term picks have been very successful. Others have not been that successful. But usually you need to wait at least 4 to 6 months to see the minimum results. And of course, 2+ years to see really, really great results. Day trading, on the other hand, is anything which you buy and sell on the very same day. So this can become very difficult if you are inexperienced, right? You have to be very focused and committed. Long-term investing, this needs a lot of research. You cannot just buy any stock and wait 6 months or 2 years and hope it goes up. That's difficult. You'll have to do your proper research, check everything behind a stock, its earnings, profits, even its CEO, its management, who's running the ship, who's running the company, what is their vision, stuff like that. And for day trading, it needs relatively higher capital. Why? Because let's say you're trying to day trade, a stock will move how much in one day? 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 20 rupees, right? At max. So even if you buy one stock and it goes up 10 rupees, you make what, 10 rupees profit, and that's not too great. But if you buy 1,000 of those stocks and they go up by 10 rupees, you suddenly make 10,000 rupees, right? Or like that. So you need a little bit of a higher capital for day trading compared to long term. Again, we'll go deeper into this in the coming weeks. And of course, for long-term investing, there's some higher expenses or commissions. For example, a mutual fund or ETF. And don't worry if you guys don't know what these words mean. We'll definitely look into this in the coming future. And for day trading, you need a lot of practice and experience. So between long-term investing and day trading, we have seen that day trading is difficult. You need to be committed, focused. You have to spend at least 3 to 4 hours every day just looking at the screen, looking at the graphs so that you don't lose an opportunity. And long-term investing, you have to spend months or weeks doing research. And then again, you have to wait for so long to see any good results. So now, what if there was a middle ground? Something which was neither too long-term or nor too short-term. Something that is perfect for a student. And that is called swing trading. Swing trading is one of the best methods for students or even working professionals who don't have too much time to dedicate or too much knowledge about the stock market. Of course, you'll have to have some basic knowledge, right? Otherwise, it's like going swimming without knowing how to swim. You'll have to know a little bit, but if you don't have too much time, then you can try out this method called swing trading. Now, what exactly is swing trading? Swing trading is when you can buy and hold stocks anywhere between 2 days or up to 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, or even longer. Right here, you can buy a stock, put a sell order limit. For example, you buy a stock at 100 and you think that, I think in the next 2 weeks, this stock will go to 150 based on some research you have done. So you put a sell order for 150, and when it hits 150, it automatically gets sold from your portfolio. You don't even have to do anything, and you make 50 rupees profit. And just like that, you can do that with multiple stocks or larger quantity, more amounts, anything like that. And this is of course so great because, like I mentioned, you can set alerts, stop losses, targets to make trading easier. Now, doing alerts or stop losses for long term can be difficult because if you're trying to hold a stock for 6 years or 10 years, a 10% drop or 20% drop shouldn't be enough for you to take your money out, right? You need to have a different strategy. That's why sometimes having stop losses or targets for long term may not be too great. And of course, for short term, you have to use stop losses and targets, but it requires a lot of experience and commitment. So that's where swing trading comes in. And of course, over the course of the next few weeks, I'll be telling you how exactly to do the research and to identify the stocks which you can swing trade. Now, let's go a little deeper into this. Let me show you some examples of swing trading, right? I told you in theory what it is, but now let's look at some actual graphs, right? So now this is the graph of Bajaj Finserv. And don't worry if, this seems too complicated to you because, that's kind of the point. By the end of this course, you'll be able to read this properly. And these are just some candlesticks. You can just imagine a line instead of these candlesticks, right? It's the same thing. They indicate the price of where it is, on a daily basis and on an hourly basis as well. So this is the 2-hour chart that I'm using for Bajaj Finserv Private Limited, which is a company listed on the National Stock Exchange. And if you noticed, on November 1st or beginning of November, the price of this stock was around 5,500 or somewhere around this, right? The low was over here and a little bit above this was this 5,500-ish. And if you fast forward just 3 weeks or 20 days from November 1st to November 20th, the price of the stock was at 8,900, almost 9,000 rupees, which is very close to 100% returns in just 20 days, right? Now, I know this may seem like, this is too much. Who can make this much profit? Who can do? So it's very difficult to find the beginning or even find the top, right? So even if we had got this stock somewhere over here also, somewhere around 6,000 or 6,500, and we had sold it somewhere over here also 8,000, that's still, 1,500 rupee profit in just a couple weeks or 10, 12 days, right? And of course, there's a lot of other examples. You could have bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here, and these are smaller swing trades, right? You buy it, let's say, 8,500, and you can sell at 9,500, 9,200. You make 500 rupees in a couple of days or a week. So this is swing trading, where you buy and sell within a couple of weeks at max, and you have the fixed target in your mind that when it comes over here, I'm going to sell no matter what, or when it falls below this, I'm going to again get rid of it no matter what. So now let me show you another example. This is Tata Chemicals. So I understand the previous chemicals we're looking at 2020. Let's look at something more recent. How about Feb of 2021, just a few months ago, 3-4 months ago. So this is Tata Chemicals, and I'm looking at the 1-hour chart on TradingView. And if you notice, there's a ton of opportunities over here for you to swing trade. One of the best, what I wanted to show you is this uptrend right over here, right? We see that the price of the stock went as low to about 470, 480 rupees. And that was on 1st Feb. And just, I would say 8 to 10 days later, maybe even 2 weeks later, it went to 573 rupees, which is 100 rupee profit in just 10 to 12 days or 2 weeks, right? And this stock is more cheaper, considerably cheaper than what we saw at Bajaj Finserv. So even if you buy, let's say 10 stocks for 4,700, you make about 1,000 rupees profit in just 2 weeks, right? And of course, you can play around with the quantity. Quantity is not an issue. If you have less capital, if you have less money to start off with, you can buy less number of stocks. If you have more money to play with or to invest, you can, of course, increase that. What matters is the profit percentage, how much profit you made per trade, right? Because that remains the same regardless if you have 10 rupees or 10 lakh rupees, right? And there are some other in this, there's other opportunities as well. If you notice over here, around 11th of Jan, we saw the price fall to about 490 or around 500 rupees, 495. And just about, 5 to 6 days later, it went to 540 rupees, which is another 50 rupees profit in just a couple of days, 5-6 days. So swing trading means that you won't make, lakhs of rupees, but you will make them in a smaller amount of time. So if you're in college or you're working professional and you want to supplement your your earning with some extra passive stream of income, this is the right way, right? So now I understand that, this may seem again like this is this one of those scams or schemes where 20 days mein paisa double, but that's not the case, because the questions you should be asking is, how do I identify such stocks? When should I enter a trade and when should I exit a trade, right? Not if this is real, if this is possible, because it is 100% possible. And I can tell you, because this is one of the stocks which I made the trade on. I bought around 6,000 and I sold around 10,000, right? In my personal portfolio. I don't own it anymore, but it was just about 3 weeks where I bought and sold. So it's not impossible. It needs practice, definitely. Like all good things, it needs practice, it needs time, experience, dedication, hard work, but it is possible. And that's sort of what I wanted to teach to people who would, be with me for the next couple of weeks, 4 or 5 weeks. So now let's, slow down a little bit and backtrack. What exactly do you need to start trading, right? How can you make that first step into the stock market? And the very first thing that I would say you need is financial literacy. If you do not have the knowledge, you're going to lose your money. It's very, very honest. I'll be very honest with you. I know a lot of my friends who just got in, started trading because they thought it looked cool, because that it sounded cool. And 1, 2, 3, 6 months later, they have lost 30%, 40% of their money. I'm not saying that's impossible. If you have knowledge, it can happen. Losses are a very common part of investing and trading in the stock market, but your chances of making a bad trade reduces the more you learn, the more you read, and the more literate you are about finance. So I would say that's the first and foremost, the most important thing. Next, of course, comes your trading account, which is a demat account. So where can you get this? What is a good company to make your demat account on? So I would be telling you all of this. Of course, you guys might have heard of Zerodha, Groww. There's a bunch of new startups which you can use. How exactly you can use them, that's something I'll be explaining as well. And don't worry if you guys are under the age of 18, or if you don't have a PAN card, you can always use your parents' account to start with. Tell them that, show the analysis to your parents. If your parents have a trading account or a demat account, show them the analysis that, hey, I did this research and I think that this stock is a good time to buy and this is a good time to sell. And they would be more than happy to help you out, right? If you're asking for a small amount of money. And of course, if you already have a bank account, if you already have a PAN card, I would say there's no harm in making an account. It's free on some platforms to make an account. And in some ones, it costs just a minimal 300 rupees per year to make. And I think it's a really great investment that you could have. And the third and, last but not least, it's very, very important to have discipline and patience. If you do not have the discipline and patience, then I would say trading and investing in the stock market is not for you, right? Only those people who are ready to dedicate time and to have the discipline and patience. Because if, let's say, you buy a stock at 100 and your selling target is 150, but you are not disciplined enough and you sell it at 130 or 120, you may get 20 rupee profit, but you're missing out on a larger amount. And again, if you are not disciplined enough and you don't sell it at 150, it may go to 170, but then it might fall back to 90, right? So you never know what's going to happen in the stock market. And that's why discipline and patience are one of the two most important characteristics that you need to have um, before going in. But again, this is something that you can definitely work on and practice, and it will come a lot with experience. So now maybe hopefully I have piqued your interest a little bit. Now you would be asking, okay, this sounds interesting. Why should I take this course? So first of all, this course will be live and interactive, and you will have me as your mentor. So the completion rates of live interactive courses are almost more than 85%. While if you take the same course or a similar course on Udemy or Coursera or YouTube, there's a 92% chance that you won't complete the course. You will watch the first 3-4 videos, but then you'll get stuck, you'll have a doubt with no one to solve, and you'll just give up. Or you'll procrastinate, which is something which I do very often. I have fallen into this loop, right? It took me years to learn what I know now, and I'm nowhere even close to, being an expert or anything. But I think just a beginner's course is something that I would love to teach. Again, mentorship and doubt solving sessions after every class. We have a private WhatsApp group. If you take a course on a pre-recorded platform, you won't get any of that. And of course, you'll have some peer-to-peer learning aspect. You'll have other enrolled students to talk with, discuss, share your research and analysis with them. And hopefully you won't lack motivation. So now let me just break down really quick what exactly I'll be teaching in the 4 weeks, so you get a better understanding of what you'll be learning. And all of these things are on the website as well. I think Harish or Viraj will put it up on the chat box, where you can check out stuff and join the WhatsApp group. So in week 1, you'll be learning about very basic stuff. What is the stock market? How does it work? What is NSE, BSE? Why do companies list on the stock market, and why do the prices even move, right? What is the fluctuation that happens? And of course, what is a demat account and how you can start trading and investing? So this will be covered in the first week. Second week will be fundamental analysis. So what is this type of analysis? What is it used for? How to read balance sheets, P&L, profit and loss statements and cash flow statements? What is ratio analysis? How to use screeners like screener.in, right? And we might have a guest lecture, and then of course we'll have an end of the module project. So this is, this might be a little bit boring, but let me tell you that you need to go through this boring part to become good at something, right? Not everything is just fun and games. But that being said, the third week is more exciting, at least for me. It's where we learn technical analysis. So this is where we get our hands dirty. We go learn about different types of indicators, candlesticks, graphs, how to do all that intraday trading, short-term trading, all of that stuff, how to read patterns, understanding support and resistance. So a little bit of price action we will also go into, not too much, just a little bit introduction. How to use important resources like TradingView and stuff like that, and different combinations of indicators. The fourth week will be 99% about options, right? So this is a very cool topic. It's tricky, it's difficult, but options is where the real money is, right? You can make and break, you can make and lose thousands of rupees every day by just trading options. There'll be, we'll be going over stuff like what are options, how to start trading them, what is expiry day, calls and puts, how to read an option chain, and basics of Greeks, right? How to read delta, theta, vega, gamma. Now these are complicated topics, and I can assure you that by the end of this, you will be probably in the top 2 to 5% of financially literate Indians. There's actually not too many in India. Only about 4% or 5% have a Demat account. And out of that, again, half of them actually know what they're doing. Most of them have just created their accounts because their friends have it. So definitely. So in the end, what will you get from this course? Number one, confidence to start investing yourself, right? Number two, learn the basics of stock market and the ability to select stocks and identify trends, maybe the microeconomic, macroeconomic trends, and how to use important tools and resources for analysis and research of stocks. So I want to, end this lecture. We'll move on to the Q&A session. Definitely, we'll have a proper question answer session right after this. But just the slideshow part of thing, it's one of my favorite quotes by Warren Buffett. Hopefully, you guys know him. The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. And of course, the king of patience himself, Warren Buffett. So, we'll have cool discussions and debates about all these things. So that's it for the slideshow and the introduction. I hope to see all of you guys real soon. Again, the links are all put on the group, so don't worry about that. And now let's open the floor for some Q&A sessions. So
yeah, so Viraj has got a bunch of questions. He's going to sort of tell them.
So Karan has asked, I know fundamental analysis and technical analysis. So is this course for me?
See, that depends on how much you know, right? Everyone knows little basics of technical and fundamental analysis, but we're going to go in depth and learn about different indicators, learn about different how to read balance sheets, profit statements. If you know a little bit, it's great. You can definitely get a refresher on that and learn about options as well. So, I mean, it's up to you, I think, right? I'm not gonna talk too much about that. If you know a little bit, it's great to build upon that. Sure, you'll be ahead of the class, but it's always great to have a mentor as well.
All right. A bunch of people have asked about the course fee. So if you can elaborate on that.
Sure. So this course, there are two different plans, the basic plan and the advanced plan. The basic plan is just 999 rupees for the entire course, just 1,000 rupees for the entire course. And you get access to the private WhatsApp group, the recordings of each lecture as well, if in case you do miss a lecture, and plus asking questions, doubts, and everything else. And there's an advanced plan for 1999 or 2,000 rupees, and you get everything in the basic plan, plus you get one-on-one sessions with me. So if you have more doubts and you want to ask them to me personally, or you want my advice, or you want my help into building your portfolio, into making a Demat account or anything like that, that can be done through one-on-one sessions in the advanced plan. So it's up to you to choose whichever plan you want.
Saksham has asked, what are the prerequisites of the course?
That's the best part. There are absolutely zero prerequisites. I'm going to be starting from very basics, very beginner friendly topics, and we'll be touching upon them and going on to advanced topics. So no prerequisites at all.
All right. Siddharth has asked, will you teach by real-time buying and trading with stocks?
So that will not happen because our classes will be on Saturdays and Sundays, right? Every Saturday and Sunday, mostly in the afternoon or morning or evening time, depending on when you guys are free, we will have our classes. And stock markets are closed on those days, Saturday and Sunday. But I can help you with real-time analysis of stocks, right? Finding real-time support, resistance points, real-time indicators, identifying real-time trends, that sort of thing.
Cool. Pranaya is asking, when does this thing start and will there be a second batch?
So in fact, this is the third batch. I've had 30 plus students enrolled in the first two batches each. So about 60 students I've had in total approximately. This is the third batch. So I cannot guarantee you if there'll be another batch. I'm very sorry. As for when the classes will start, next Saturday. Next Saturday will be the first class, and registrations are open right now, and they will be open till Friday, or if the seats get over. So we're trying to keep it a small batch. I don't want too many students. That way your doubts will get mixed up and you won't get personalized attention. So we'll try keeping a small batch size. So if seats get over or Friday comes, whichever comes first, we'll be closing registrations.
Cool. Aniket is asking, is there a fee? Yes, there is a fee. Do you want to go over it again?
Yeah, for those of you who missed it, the entire course has two plans, the basic and advanced plan. Basic plan just costs 999 rupees for the entire course. So I think I have a couple of questions as well who have asked us. Give us a brief introduction about fundamental analysis. So this was just a demo class, right? This is not supposed to be going too deep into anything. That you will get in the course itself. Duration of each class and time. So the duration of each class is about 60 minutes. It's about 1 hour each class. And as for the time of the class, that will be depending on you guys. So, I'll be having a voting system or something like that and seeing when everyone else is free. So if depending on when you guys are free, we'll have that, but it'll be every Saturday and Sunday for about 1 hour each. So I'll make sure that doesn't clash with your college work or anything like that.
All right. Someone is asking, will you be teaching about crypto trading and all?
Crypto. See, that's a whole different topic. I don't want to get too much in that, but technical analysis can 100% be used for crypto trading. Not fundamental analysis, but technical analysis. So whatever I teach you in week 3, how to understand volume, support resistance, trends, indicators, RSI, MACD, all of these things can 100% be used for any type of crypto trading, Forex trading, currencies, all of that. So I won't exactly be going into crypto, but some of the same topics can be used there.
All right. Someone has asked, I'm under 18 and will become 18 in a couple of months. So it's advice to take, but I'm very fascinated about it and know some fundamentals. So can I join the course?
No, definitely, definitely. In some of my previous batches, I've had people as low as 15 years old who want to take this course and they just want to learn. And that's great. I started learning about the stock market when I was 18 years old as well. And it's as soon as you start learning, that's when your journey starts, right? I would say the earlier the better, especially if you're fascinated and interested in it. The more exposure you get, the more opportunities you get in the future.
All right. Someone has asked, please view those slides once to get detail of every week session. So probably go over the portions again.
Sure. So let me just show you this. This will show you what we'll be covering in week 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then if you want more detail, then I can explain that or go to the other slides as well. I'm getting a couple of questions again. What is the fee of advanced course? The total fee for the advanced plan is 2,000 rupees or 1999. Same thing, 2,000 rupees. And you get everything in the basic plan plus one-on-one doubt solving sessions with me every week. So if you have specific questions to how to build a portfolio or analysis of a certain stock that you want to run by me, you get that access in the advanced plan.
Yep. Shivam is asking, do we need to know any software or something?
No, absolutely no software, nothing like that. Just a laptop would be great. That's it, nothing else. I'm also getting a couple of questions. Do classes start this coming Saturday? Yes. Today's Sunday, right? So next Saturday, this coming Saturday is the first class. Classes will be every Saturday and Sunday for the next 4 weeks. And we'll have projects in the middle. I'll give you guys reading material as well. So at the end of week 1 and 2, I have a list of like 5 to 10 different links of articles, videos, things that I have found very helpful, which I'll be sending you guys to do as homework over the week. It's not too much, just a few hours of work, and you guys should be set.
Yeah. Someone is asking, where can I find the recording of this? Just go on to YouTube, search for Blue Learn, and you'll find this thing. Someone is asking, what is Forex trading? Can you just explain it in brief?
Forex trading is foreign exchange trading, basically currencies, right? So I'm sure that you guys know that $1 is equal to what? 73, 74 rupees, right? That change in the dollar and rupee value is called Forex, and people trade that, right? So they buy a dollar when it is worth 73 rupees and they sell it when it's worth 74 rupees and they make 1 rupee profit. So that is in very I simplified it a lot, but that's in very simple terms. That is what that is.
Yep. Someone is asking, and week 1 consists of how many classes?
Each week has 2 classes, about 1 hour each, plus a reading material and other resources which you can do further research and study onto.
Yep. People are also asking about the class duration and certificates.
Yeah, definitely. You guys will get certificates signed by me, signed by Clinify for completing the Introduction to Stock Market course. So don't worry about certificates. As for duration of the class, it's about 60 minutes each class, give or take. Maybe 55 maybe minutes and maybe 70 minutes, right? So depending on how many doubts you guys have, that's how the class will usually go structured. There's no fixed timing exact, and yeah. I haven't got any more
How many
questions.
classes, how many overall classes will there be?
8 classes overall, about 1 hour each class. So that's 8 hours of total like video lectures. Plus the assignment of the project will take about 2 hours. And all of the material that I'll be giving you, the curated material, the links to other videos to watch, articles, that should take about 1 hour or 1.5, 2 hours every week.
Cool. I think that's it. That's all the questions.
Oh, Siddharth. Okay, so I'm getting a couple of questions again. Sakshamas, what is a portfolio? Good question. A portfolio consists of, if you have 100 rupees and you allocate 10 rupees to stock number 1, 50 rupees to stock number 2, and 40 rupees into options or stock number 3, that whole thing consists of your portfolio. So you'll have to slowly start building your portfolio, right? Which stocks to invest in, how long to invest in them, stuff like that. So that's what a portfolio is. Will you be teaching PE ratio, capitalization? Yes, definitely. Siddharth, definitely you will be learning all that stuff. In fact, I'll be going one step deeper and also teaching you the formulas for capitalization, market capitalization, PE ratio, all these things as well. Do we need to know basic economics? No. You don't. You could be, coming from an engineering background or law background, and then everything I teach you is going to be from the complete basics, complete scratch. So no need to worry about any prerequisites or basic knowledge.
Cool. People are also asking, what is your qualification in stocks?
I'm a student from BITS Pilani Goa campus. I have worked in companies like Groww, WorldQuant, Labor Law Advisor, the YouTube channel with about 1.7 million subscribers. And through these things, I've learned a lot about not just stock trading and investing, but about research, equity research, how to build a portfolio, stuff like that. I personally have been trading for over 4 years now, mostly in the Indian market and through my dad's account in the US markets as well, since he has one there. So I have exposure to both markets. And of course, I'll be showing you guys my portfolio as well sometime after week 3, After you learn about fundamental analysis and technical analysis, I'll be showing you my portfolio, how much I'm making, what is my profit, year to date or month, stuff like that.
Yeah. Someone is asking, will we be studying financial models, fundamental and technical analysis in this?
You will be studying definitely fundamental and technical analysis, not as much financial modeling, because that becomes a whole different topic. That's more focused on stuff like Excel and formulas, math, statistics. This is an introduction to your journey into trading and investing, and how you can select and analyze and research stocks for the long term and short term.
Yeah. Will you be talking about day trading?
Yeah. Week 3 technical analysis. I'll be explaining how you guys can select stocks that are good for day trading and intraday.
Cool. That's all the questions that I have so far.
Is Forex also traded within a day? So I'm getting a couple of Forex questions, guys. I personally don't trade Forex. I don't know too much about it, so I don't think I'll be the best person to answer any Forex related questions. Anything related to stock market, more than happy to answer. And even crypto, I recently started investing. I don't know too much about blockchain. I just use technical analysis and do that on different charts for cryptocurrencies and invest based on that. But I have a very small portfolio over there, so.
Someone is asking, after the completion of the course, can we begin trading in the Indian stock market?
Definitely. In fact, even before the end of the course, you can start trading or investing in the stock market. And we will also have after week 3 or even week 2, depending on how you guys are feeling about it, I'll introduce paper trading to you guys as well. So you guys can start trading with fake money, get some practice, build confidence, and then go on to start trading with real money.
Yeah, people want to see the week slides again. That is week 1, week 2, week 3.
Sure. So week 1, basics, very introductory, beginner level concepts for all those who are completely new. What is the stock market? How does it work? Why do prices fluctuate? Why do companies list on the stock market? And what is your trading or demat account? And how can you create it and start investing in trading? I think most of you guys should already know this, but it's always great to have a refresher or to get back into the game. Week 2 is fundamental analysis. What is it and what will it be used for? How to read balance sheets of a company, profit and loss statement, cash flow statements, ratio analysis. So this is where someone asked about capitalization and PE. Those are just 2 out of the 10, 12 different ratios that we're looking at in this course. How to use screeners. Guest lecture is optional, depending on if we want it or not. And of course, we'll have a small mini project over here. And week 3 is technical analysis. This is more about intraday short-term trading. And we'll be learning cool things like candlesticks, common patterns, understanding support and resistance, which is a small introduction into price action, how to use trading view and different types of indicators and combinations. So, RSI, volume, Bollinger Bands, all of those things. Week 4 will be about options and derivatives. So mostly about options. What are they? How you can start trading them? What are calls and puts? What is expiry date? How to start reading an option chain? And of course, the basics of Greeks, which is a complicated topic, but hopefully I'll be able to, give you an introduction into them. What is gamma and vega, theta, and delta, right? So that's basically, we have something about this. Someone asked, what stockbroker do you use? I use Zerodha. Personally, I use Zerodha. And I'll be explaining to you guys how to, make Zerodha. I'll be mostly talking about Zerodha and Groww on this because those are the 2 most popular platforms that almost all students are on, or working professionals as well.
People asking, will paper trading be included in this course?
Yes, definitely. I'll be showing you guys. I have like 10 to 15 minutes dedicated in one class just to start paper trading. I'll show you guys what website I use and how you guys can start using it. You guys will get about 10 lakh rupees of fake money that you can use on stocks, and you guys can start buying and selling from there.
Yeah. People asking, will you be telling how to create a DMAT account?
Yep. That's first week itself. I'll be explaining that. And if you guys need any help, in the private WhatsApp group, you can simply ask there, and I'll be more than happy to help you guys out there.
Someone is also asking, what is the minimum amount a college student should start trading with on an intraday basis?
Can you repeat that?
What is the minimum amount a college student should start trading with on an intraday basis?
Minimum amount. That depends on you guys. You can start with as low as 5,000, 3,000 rupees, and you can go much higher. So intraday is a lot more difficult. I would say it's one of the hardest forms of trading. Personally, it's what I think. And but you can start with as low as 3,000 or even lower. It doesn't really matter. It depends on how much you want to make, right? You can, if there's a stock for 300 rupees, you can buy 2 stocks, and if it goes to 310 rupees, you make 20 rupees. So that depends on how much you have, how much you want to make, right?
Yep. That's it. That's all the questions I have.
Yeah, I think those are most of the questions that I have. I have a couple of questions about Excel. Guys, I will not be teaching you Excel in this course. That is the financial modeling or a different type of course. This is just an introduction to the stock market, right? So that's what this is all about. A couple of people are asking about what do I think about certain stocks. So now Adani, or I'm getting some other stocks as well.
Someone is asking, will classes be on the same day for basic and advanced level courses?
There's no separate, there's no different classes for basic and advanced. If you have bought the advanced plan, you will still be part of the basic classes. The only difference is you will get one-on-one sessions with me for doubt solving or advice or research analysis, portfolio building, all of that stuff. Apart from that, the classes will remain the same for both the plans. There's no difference into that.
Someone is asking, I'm into crypto. How will this help me?
So for cryptocurrency, week 3 will be your most important week, technical analysis, because all of that type of analysis can be used for crypto as well. And in fact, that is what is used for cryptocurrency. Indicators, candlesticks, support resistance, very important for cryptocurrency. So I will not be teaching the blockchain part of it, but technical analysis I'll be teaching, which can be used on cryptocurrencies, stocks, options, all of that stuff. Someone asked, mutual funds and ETFs included? Yes, definitely. That will be first week itself. In the second class, I'll be touching upon different asset classes, mutual funds, ETFs, index funds, bonds, all of these things.
People asking about the timing of the course.
It starts next Saturday, and every Saturday and Sunday, we have classes for about 1 hour each. It can go more based on your questions or doubts. And as for the exact timing of the course, we have not decided. That's up to you. We usually ask all the enrolled students to vote for a time which is convenient to them. So usually it's nighttime or even morning or even afternoon, whatever works for you guys.
Yep. Can a 17-year-old invest in stocks by this course?
See, if you're 17 years old, it depends on if you have a PAN card and a bank account. You can be, it doesn't matter how old you are. If you have a PAN card, if you have a bank account, then you can create your own account, trading account, DMAT account. If not, no worry. You can always use your parents' account to trade, or you can paper trade and do research analysis till you turn 18, get your own PAN card and bank account. But of course, there's no limit. You can be very young. I think Warren Buffett bought his first stock when he was 11, 12 years old. So it doesn't matter how old you are. The earlier you start, the better it is. Cool. I think I'm getting a couple of irrelevant questions. What is your portfolio of USA market? Sure, I'll give you a couple. I have Carnival Cruise Line. I have Disney. I've had these stocks for about 6-8 months now, so making good returns on that. But those are just 2 out of the 5, 6 that I have in US.
People are asking about payment modes for the course.
Can you guys send the link again? I'm not sure if that's still on top. Harish, Viraj.
Yeah, just a sec.
So payment mode is your choice. It can be credit card, debit card, UPI. So if you have Google Pay, Phone Pay, Paytm, all of that works. If you have any doubts, you just click on that WhatsApp icon on the bottom of the website and just DM, and more than happy to help you out. PayPal, I don't think Razorpay accepts PayPal. Keshav, I'm not sure if PayPal will work, but I know that UPI, credit cards, debit cards, all will work. And even international credit cards work. So I think last time we had someone from Saudi Arabia, someone from Sri Lanka also come in. So they use international credit cards and that worked. So
Yep, I've put the link again. So there's a WhatsApp group link. If you guys have any further doubts, then just join that group and just DM any of the admins and they'll answer your questions. There's also the course registration link. So you can, if you're convinced and you want to buy, go to that link and buy the course.
yeah. So I think that's it. I'm not getting any more questions. I think we have answered 99% of the questions. There are some irrelevant ones, which I'll be talking more about in the course, more about individual stocks and stuff like that. So I think this is it for now. Viraj, if you're not getting any more questions, we'll end the session.
Yeah, sure.
Cool, guys. It was great having you guys here. Looking forward to seeing you guys in the actual course and we could start the journey together.
Yeah, we'll wait for another 2 minutes so that people can join the WhatsApp group and just ask their doubts and stuff. And then we'll close this thing.
Sure, sounds good. So I think we're already seeing a couple of people pay for the course. Great,
That's
great to have you guys on. Cool. I think
Yep, we'll end it.
yeah, I think let's end the session.
Yeah, if by any ways you
It
guys,
was great having you guys here. Yep.
yeah, if you guys joined in late, then just go to our YouTube channel. You'll find the recording of this and you can watch it all over again. The link is there in YouTube channels, or the YouTube videos description. And then you can buy it from there. You can check out the thing from there. Check out the demo class from there. Cool. I'll end it now.
Yeah. See you guys. Bye.
All right.